Joshua Ayala of Drakespec Customs. In this video, we're going to talk about the Carobotor digital gauge for the FJ Cruiser. Carobotor is a tech company from Canada. Their main focus is the development of car dashboard digital gauges. The product itself is made in China, but the fit and finish is fantastic. It's plug and play, and it also picks up the vehicle's existing odometer reading. There's a graphic of the FJ Cruiser on the digital dash, and it matches the color of your FJ. There's also a customizable car ID on the upper right section of the gauge. On mine, you'll see where I put on Drake as the ID of the vehicle. There's a tire pressure monitoring system or TPMS capability, but you'd have to purchase the module and have it installed separately. For you to make some changes on the settings of the digital gauge, you would need your steering wheel audio control buttons or switches, so you'll need that installed before you can make it work. Carobotor also made their own version of the steering wheel controls and switches. You may want to check out their website if you want to order those. The cool thing about Carobotor is that they're very responsive on WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and also on Instagram if you do message them for any questions or help. So earlier, I showed you the startup sequence. Let me show you quickly what it looks like when you open the door. That's what it looks like. Now, this is the most basic version of the digital gauge. To make changes on the gauge itself, you'll need to press the mode button twice until you see that green button or green icon on the dash. That means you can now make changes to whatever you see on the screen. So I'm just scrolling quickly on what's available, but let's go in depth. So this is the most basic version of the screen, but if you press the up and down button or fast forward and rewind button on the steering wheel, you can customize what's on the right hand section. So you've got the TPMS, the steering wheel angle. See, if we move the steering wheel, it actually changes or shows you what's going on with your wheels. The pitch and roll that replicates what you have there, you can have it here too. And this is my favorite, the TRD mode. You can actually turn that off, but I want it on there. What else do we have here? This one looks like the gauge of Lamborghini. And this is my favorite setting where the steering wheel or the tire angle is shown. You've got the fuel gauge. It's showing 101%. That's because I asked the gas boy to put more than automatic. You can see your tire pressure, and then the battery, as well as your water temp. So I got asked a question earlier: if we go 4x4, will it actually show? So in this particular version, or in this particular option of the gauge, it will clearly show you. So let's activate 4x4. See? Now it's showing the 4x4 icon is lit, and you can see that power distribution is going to the front. And one more cool thing here, guys. I'm gonna turn the steering wheel and take a look. Did you notice that? The steering wheel also moves, or the tires actually move also. Let's put it back to two-wheel drive. And you'll notice instantly it's back in two-wheel drive. Now for the settings. You can customize the brightness at night, brightness during the daytime. You can select the orientation of the steering. If is your car left-hand drive or right-hand drive, that's where you change it. Calibrate the pitch and roll, calibrate tire pressure monitoring system, debugging of the control unit or the main control unit. These are all the settings that you can actually customize. So this one is showing the date and time. You can change the units for your tire pressure monitoring system. Do you want the distance to show kilometers or miles? For the volume, you want it liter or gallon. Temperature, Fahrenheit or centigrade. Speed in kmh or mph. Do you want your safety belt alarm to be both an icon and a sound, or just a sound, or just an icon, or closed, etc. Also for your overspeed setting, typically it's set to 120 kilometers per hour. Mine is set to 220, and other settings. So here's the million-dollar question. Should you make the switch from the stock gauge to the Carobotor digital version? If you're a purist, then the answer is probably not. But if you're someone like me who enjoys refreshing and updating the look and feel of the FJ Cruiser, then definitely a big yes. You can still retain the classic looks of the gauge and make some changes depending on your mood and feel. You get more information than the stock version. So what are you waiting for? If you can grab yours, go get them before they run out. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like us on Facebook, like and subscribe our YouTube channel as well. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to DM us and we'll be more than happy to respond to your inquiries. Take care.